All right, so what if you live off your Roth while you're on Obamacare? Quit your crap job, we'll just say you're 59 and a half, and you live off your Roth IRA while you're on Obamacare. Man, my man Mel writes in, he says, hey, what do you think? 100%. I mean, you think about it. So if you got, I don't know, we'll say $1,500 a month as your Obamacare premiums. That's $18,000 a year, man. All right, let's just say you got, I don't know, $200,000 in a Roth, and you need $50,000 a year. All right, so that gives us what, 4 years. All right, so that gives us 4 years in which to live on for Obamacare. So if we're 60 years old, that gives us to 64, just for simplicity. It's all tax-free. It comes out. You're going to need to take a little bit from your regular IRA and 401k in order to qualify for Obamacare. We don't want you on Medicaid. We want you on Obamacare. All right, so let's just say you're pulling $25,000 a year from your IRA. You're pulling $50,000 a year from your Roth. That's $75,000 a year, of which only $25,000 is taxable. So your AGI is $25,000. You just subtract your standard deductions and all that. You basically have no taxable income on $75,000 a year, which means you're going to get the Obamacare subsidy credits. Again, we'll just say it costs you $100 a month. I don't know. So you're going to save $16,000 a year in taxes. All right, of premiums. Now, what you want to do, because your AGI is only $25,000, you're going to want to take more from your IRA. Say $50,000 a year, because now your AGI is only $50,000. You're still qualifying for Obamacare, but you're taking $25,000 a year for those 4 years. All right, so 25 times 4 from 60 to 64. That's $100,000 that you put into another brokerage account that you'll spend in that year 65. From 64 to 65 before you get to Medicare. Does that make sense? So check it out. We got, we need $75,000 a year income. You take $50,000, you got $200,000 in your Roth. Take $50,000 from the Roth, $50,000 from your IRA. Your AGI is $50,000. You're married, filing jointly. That will still qualify you for Obamacare premium subsidies, which will save you at least $10,000 a year. So you're going to save $50,000 in Obamacare premium subsidies by keeping below those thresholds. But now your Roth is exhausted by year 4, at the end of year 4, and you're only 64 by that point. So you still have 1 year before Medicare kicks in. So that 1 year for Medicare kicks in, you don't want to be pulling $100,000 out of your IRA in which to pay for your living, because then you lose the Obamacare subsidies. So you basically load up on pulling money out of your IRA in order to put that money in a savings account, a brokerage account, something like that. So we can access it in that 5th year, the year 64 to 65, before you're on Medicare. All right, so your Roth is exhausted. You pull that money out of your 401k, out of your brokerage account to pay for your Obamacare, to pay for your living expenses. Your AGI is still low enough to qualify for subsidies. You're back in the saddle, man. Yeah, well, you don't have a Roth. Well, remember, the point of the Roth isn't the Roth. The point of the Roth is to reduce taxes. And Obamacare premiums are a tax, no other way around that. So if you're spending down your Roth before you hit Medicare, is that helping you reduce your taxes, i.e. your premiums? Of course. Of course it is. Why not do that? Now you're on Medicare before Social Security kicks in, whenever you take Social Security. Start spending down your IRA at that point. Converting it to Roth or not is in this case irrelevant. It's just pulling it out of your IRA in which to live on. Because you're still going to need money to live on, but now we don't have to worry about the Obamacare credits are going away. Now we just got to worry about Medicare. And we don't want to pull too much out to get hit with Medicare increase in premiums, but we just go back, you're pulling $50,000 a year from your IRA to live on, or $75,000 a year IRA to live on until Social Security kicks in. You need money to live on, man. Beautiful day here in Georgia, by the way. Look at that. Not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful day. This is the way it was when I was up in Maine, 3 weeks ago. We're about 6 weeks behind in the cold weather down here in Georgia. And it's about 6 weeks in advance of the warm weather in the spring. So we got an extra month and a half. No, 2 months. I guess probably 4 weeks on each side, I suppose. So we got an extra 2 months of moderate weather to them up there in the north. Anyway, so long story short, definitely pull money out of your Roth to qualify for Obamacare subsidy credits. Remember, having a big Roth isn't what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to accomplish less taxes, and that's the way to do it. All right, we'll see you.